Hey everyone, how we doing? It's Chris here from Koi Wholesale and Koi Talk. Hope everyone's well. It's been a little while since we did one of these. We needed a little bit of a break over Christmas, and then the season kicks in, and been sorting out things for our dealers, all sorts of shipments, and lots going on in the world of koi. Doesn't really switch off for us in the colder months. So tonight we've got a little bit of a shorter listing, but I'm sure you'll agree if you've had a browse. There's a pretty good selection. Quality is always underpinned in these events. We're not looking to sort of shift out all of our lower quality stuff. It's always quality is high on the agenda. So with that in mind, without sort of waffling on for too long, we'll get started fairly soon. Looks like we've got a great attendance already. So, even if you're just watching from afar or sharing or anything like that, any support is much appreciated. So it's really good to have these numbers up, and we'll continue to do these events as long as people want to support them. So it's we'll get started in a second. As always, just before we do, just keep in mind that if you are bidding on any fish, your final bid is subject to VAT and a 10% dealer handling charge. So please keep that in mind when you are bidding, so you're not left with any unwanted bids. So if we get rolling, let's have a look. So first fish up tonight, absolute little ninja. Annoyingly, I don't have a video of this, so we're going to start off without a video, which is not great, I know, but nonetheless I think the quality shines through. So Shinoda, probably if not certainly one of the top Ginrin showa breeders in Niigata. Super breeder, super everything about it. So in terms of sumi development and reliability, you can almost put your house on it. So let's get started. Looks like we've got a bid already. We're going to go up in £5 increments on this one. We've got a bid in there straight away from Richard Code, £50. So we're going to go up in £5 increments here. So if anyone's got 55, let's see. Super balance, real pattern fish in terms of you can see where that sumi is going to start developing along the head. My boys koi, £60. Thank you very much. Have we got 65? Always a nice indicator sat in the pectoral fins to have that nice big block of sumi just sat there, and you see just behind the head that sumi style is really indicative of Shinoda sumi style. Just behind, Richard back in was 65 quid there. Just behind that first red Dan, you can see again sumi popping up. Justin, being the big dog that he is, he's come in with 100. I think that's still pretty good money, that fish. Still, always with showa. I mean, this is the thing that we like about this variety so much. I mean, the transformation when that sumi comes through, foundations are there for the rest of the fish for all to see. Really good quality Ginrin. Also a nice feature that it shows through on all three pigments as well. Sometimes the Ginrin can be lost a little bit when it travels through the Beni and the Sumi pigment. But on this one, rest assured, it's pretty gleaming. Excellent little body structure. All round, just a really nice little fish, to be honest with you. So we're sat at £100 at the moment. Phil Dyke in with 110. Again, I think there's a few people seeing value in this fish, especially from this particular breeder. It's a fish that's pretty predictable in the sense that it's going to increase in quality as that sumi starts to form. Nice quirky pattern on the head as well. I mean, I don't think anyone can deny that. It's I always say I'm a bit of a sucker for a head pattern, and it's true. I think it just adds another dimension to the fish, to be honest with you. So once that, you can see it forming just on the mouth of the fish, hopefully it will form up and we'll get that menoir going straight down the middle of the face there. So yeah, we're sat at 110 pounds at the moment. I think that's pretty good value. Justin back in with 120. So we're looking for 125 to move this one forward. Again, a few people sort of asking me about sumi development, particularly with showa in general. Yeah, it's the pigment on this variety that does take a little bit of patience. But if you've got that vision, you've got that image in your head of this particular fish, I certainly have got an image in my head as to where it's going to go. Yeah, I think the people that are in for this fish will be, pleasantly surprised. So we're sat at 120. Alan Finley in at 125. Any advances on 125? I think as we haven't got the video, we'll be looking to move this one on a little bit. So any advances on 125? I'll just hang fire a little bit because it looks like there's a tad delay on YouTube, which is disappointing. But with these live events, it's one of those things, unfortunately. So we're sat at 125 pounds currently. Just looking at Steve in my bottom corner. Are we there or thereabouts, Steve, or are we still a tad behind? Yeah, we're just sort of experiencing a bit of a lag at the moment, so I'm just going to let this one roll for another 30 seconds. Apologies for this, guys. It is just one of these things with these live events, so hopefully things will catch up and we'll be on a level pegging. So currently sat at 125. We're looking for 130 to advance on this fish. One of the main varieties, along with doitsu, gosanke, and obviously the famous Hiroi from this farm. It's every year when we're looking at the Tosai, we always they're always the diamond in the rough, the sort of Ginrin showa from this farm, because they really don't look that much when they come in. But we're really looking at body structure, that belly pattern, with the knowledge that the sumi is definitely going to come through with time. I mean, like I say, you can almost put your house on it with this variety from this farm. So I think we've probably given this one long enough. I'm going to look to wrap this one up. So we're at 125 pounds with Alan Finley. I think that's a cracking little buy. So 125 pounds. Oh, Lenny Chatfield, 130 pounds. Any advances? 130 pounds. So I'm going to look to wrap this one up now, guys. I'm just going to have to go with what's on the screen. So we're with Lenny Chatfield at 130 pounds. We're going to go once. We're going to go twice. Alan Finley back in with 135 pounds. So Lenny or anyone else, Justin, if you're interested in advancing on 135 pounds, please let us know now. So we are going once at 135 pounds, going twice, 135 pounds. Sold to Alan Finley for 135 pounds. Cheers to that, guys. Alan, if you could just be sure to contact us on the details below, and we'll get everything else sorted for you. All right, let's move on to the next one. Yeah, nice little fish that was. Next fish up. Yeah, pretty damn popular variety this is. I mean, Ginrin goshki in general, probably Aoki and Hiroi are the two breeders that spring to mind when you think of this variety. These are, again, chibi nisai, so young nisai fish. They're not a variety. They're not an age that I would be looking to pumped full of food. You know, these are the type of fish that slow and steady wins the race. I think it's got potential, certainly if you don't destroy that benny plate on the fish, to be a very, very interesting little fish. Super benny standard. There we go, crafty koi, seeing some value in that straight away. £100. These big benny plates, when they're not interrupted and they stay floating and nice and clean, are just, yeah, highly sought after. So, oh, Adam, liking the look of that one, £150, Adam Coleman, very nice. Yeah, super style Ginrin. Aoki, yeah, one of the breeders that you will get this genuine Kuro style goshki. So you see the depth of pigment on the face of the fish. This is really what we're looking for throughout the entirety of the fish. You can see it just on those sort of grey areas, that darker pigment filling in the center of the scale, and then hopefully it will expand, and then that generates that contrast with the benny, that gleaming benny. So we're currently sat at £150. Let's get the video rolling. A little bit overexposed there, so apologies for that. The lighting in the fish house really is a pain in the backside. So yeah, the camera does tend to make its own mind up, but I think that combined with the picture, you kind of get an idea of the quality of this little fish. So we're currently sat at £150 with Adam Coleman. Super little fish. And I think if you've got that vision just to look at that fish with a little bit of body on, yeah, you'll be looking at a bit of a ninja moving forward. So we're sat at £150 at the moment with Adam. Don't think, other than Crafty, we've had, yeah, a couple of bids on this one. So let me play the video again. Any advances on £150? Again, really on this fish, that big belly plate is sort of stealing the show. I mean, if that stays super clean, then yeah, it's an epic little fish. From one of the yeah, goshki masters at Aoki Koi Farm. Super fish. So I think delay wise, are we there or thereabouts, Steve? Yeah, we should be up to date on both platforms. So I'm going to look to call this one then. Looks like Adam's going to bag himself an absolute bargain at this rate. So I'll be looking to call this fish. Yeah, £150 to Adam Coleman. So we are going once at £150. Any advance on £150? Going twice to Adam Coleman. And sold to Adam Coleman for £150. I think that's, yeah, an absolute steal. That's yeah, fair play for seeing value in that and sticking with that one. So yeah, just had a quick question that's popped up there about overwintering. As you can see on a lot of the listings, overwintering is available at no extra cost, guys. So that basically means, it doesn't mean growing, it basically means the fish will be overwintered and kept in our facility, yeah, nice and safe until sort of the temperatures warm up. So yeah, no extra cost on that one. So let's have a look, guys. Next fish up, again, another Aoki fish. Really, in terms of Deutz fish, this breeder is absolute, yeah, top draw when it comes to most Deutz fish. One of the things that I quite like about the farm in general is you can pretty much find any Deutz fish of sort of very high standard. I think that in itself is quite an achievement. So yeah, I think we will get this one started under wraps. If anyone's got a bid for me, we're going to start this one at £100. Nice little Kuta Benny mark on the face there. Just again, adding that bit of character. sumi style, very akin to sort of sanke in terms of how it's stepped. Nice, delicate Philip Dyke in there, £100. Thank you, Phil. Yeah, what's not to like about it, really? I'm a bit of a sucker for doitsu sanke at the best of the times. I think they actually represent quite a good investment in terms of doitsu fish, because I find that the sumi style is quite stable, and then definitely in terms of growing, they're just a little bit more stable than perhaps your doitsu kahaku, for example. Let's have a look, see if we can get that video up and running. There we go. Super skin. It's a fish that, yeah, caught my eye for a little while since it's come in. Again, these types of fish, it's just about having a vision and where you see the fish moving forward. I certainly see that sumi consolidating and further strengthening, and I think the really glossy, high quality skin quality just underpins it all. So yeah, for me, it's an excellent little fish. Moving forward, I think it's got, yeah, a nice tidy future. So my koi journey, £105. So we're going to need 110 to advance on this one. Again, you just see as you're looking at the picture, that right hand fin fills back with 110, so it's going to need 115 to move this one forward. Just the stripes of sumi in the fin, that's what we call as what's known as tajima. Again, indicative of that good quality sumi or potential coming through. So yeah, you see a little bit just to the left of the dorsal as well. I fully expect that to fill in. So it's going to add a bit more contrast to the fish. Let's play that video one more time. So we're currently sat with Phil Dyke at £110. Super little fish from one of the masters. My koi journey, £115. Phil, if you're back in, let us know. We're looking at £120. Just a pretty fish, to be honest with you. Not necessarily a fish that is destined to get absolutely massive, but just a very attractive, smaller doitsu sanke. Phil Dyke back in with 120 there. So we're going to need a bid of 125 to move this forward, or if you're feeling super confident, maybe a little bit higher just to move things forward. I'll play the video one more time and then I'll be looking to wrap this one up, guys, just to let you know, just to give everyone a fair chance. So currently sat at £120 with Phil Dyke. Oh, Darren in with £130. Thank you, Darren. So we'll be looking at 135 to move this one forward, guys. Any advance on 130? Hopefully there's no delays here, guys. So yeah, we're currently sat with Darren Pallet at £130. So I'm going to look to wrap this one up, guys. Oh, Phil, he definitely wants this one. Back with 140. Fair play, fair play. I know you've had a few fish off of us, Phil. So yeah, thank you for your support. So £140. I'll be looking to call this one. There's a YouTube delay. It's quite considerable. That's, yeah, that is unfortunate. That is. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. There is a huge delay. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Again, apologies for this. It's a live event. Darren back in with 150. Steve, I'm just sort of looking at Steve in the bottom hand corner. I think is it Facebook probably the most up-to-date platform at the moment, Steve? Yes or no? Okay, so we'll give it a little bit longer. My koi journey, £155. So we'll be looking at 160 to move this one forward. If you've got friends that are sort of watching on YouTube, maybe try and open up a link for Facebook. Phil Dye, come out, Chris. Fair enough, Phil. Fair play. I think that was a nice little battle that was. But yeah, thank you for your continued support, buddy. That is really much appreciated. So I think, unless Darren, unless you're back in, we'll be looking to wrap this one up, guys. So my koi journey, we're currently at £155. We'll be looking to call this one, guys. So we'll go in once for £155, go in twice. Anyone with £160 for me? Sold to my koi journey for £155. Yeah, I think that's a really nice little piece, to be fair, guys. So yeah, thank you for that, and be sure to get in touch with me on the email address below. Again, apologies for the delay, guys. Yeah, it is just one of these things. We are looking at a few platforms to try and reduce this, but yeah, it's early days still. So yeah, just bear with us as best as we can, and apologies for anyone that's missing out. Again, try a different platform. Obviously, we're streaming on YouTube and on Facebook, so maybe if you have both platforms open, if there's a lag, then you might be able to move on to the different one to get back up to speed. So next fish, yeah. Congratulations, very nice. Congrats. Yeah, I must admit, guys, it's nice to see everyone sort of congratulating each other, because obviously, you know, we are a business and it's in our interest to sort of do as well as possible, but we do enjoy the healthy competition and the fact that, you know, everyone's in good spirits as well. So, oh, there he is, the main man himself, Ricky. I love this Ginrin showa. So yeah, who's going to start us off then? 150 quid. Steve, 1970. In we go straight away. I mean, yeah, what's not to like if you're into Ginrin showa? Just, yeah, it's got pretty I mean, as far as Ginrin showa go, it's pretty blinding. I mean, super red, super white shiroji, and yeah, my word, look at that head pattern. Absolutely insane. So yeah, we're currently sat at £150. My boys koi straight in with 200 quid. I think even at that price, there's some serious value for this. So yeah, what's not to like about this fish? Super quality Ginrin. Steve, 1970, in with £200. Really nice balanced Motoguru in the fins. And I think there is, well, I say I think, there definitely is more sumi to come on that shiroji base as well. So just to the left and the right in those white patches, expect to see more sumi development there, which is really going to improve that intricacy of that pattern. And again, sat on that white skin, given the quality of the sumi thus far, it's going to be pretty damn tasty, this fish. So we're currently 220 surplus koi, 230 Clark's koi. How are we doing? How are we doing, Clark's? Video, please. No problem. I'm a man of the people. Let's give them what they want. Video. There we go. Okay. So again, probably not too much that the picture doesn't show you, but yeah, super Ginrin quality. It really is. Hiroi, again, I mentioned earlier, Hiroi and Shinoda, you know, the two sort of Ginrin showa breeders that spring to mind, along with Taniguchi when I think of this variety. Yeah, just a super fish. The Ginrin carries right through the fish. It's of a very high quality, and the Beni style as well can sometimes be lost a little bit on Ginrin fish, particularly sort of Ginrin sanke or Ginrin showa, just where you get that reflective nature. You sort of get that differing pigment or impression of the pigment. Not with this fish. It's super consistent throughout. gleaming white Shiroi, just a class little fish, and that head pattern is just wow. It's the sort of head pattern that you're going to see in the magazines of the likes of Koi Talk. So yeah, Steve 1970 definitely wants a piece of this fish. We're up at 235. Again, I don't really have any concerns in terms of sumi structure moving forward. You can see already how consolidated it is on the head, how consistent it is in the pectoral fins, and I expect that just to carry on through the rest of the fish and keep consolidating over time. Again, you can see that part just on that white area there. So you're going to have what we sort of often describe as these fingers of sumi coming up. Phil Dyke back in. I think we saw a 240 and then a 250 quickly there. So Phil Dyke, we're in at 250. I think at 250, that is an absolute bargain. You will not be rocking up to Conius Hiroi Koi Farm and selecting a fish of this standard for 250 quid. Not a chance, let alone shipping it back to the UK as well. So yeah, for me, super value at 250 quid. I think even people that aren't into Ginrin Showa will appreciate this one. Clark's Koi back in at 260, seeing real value in this fish still. Let's get the video rolling again. Bear with me 2 seconds, folks. There we go. So I'll run this video one more time. If you've got any advancements on 260, please let us know. I am going to have to call what's on the screen. So, yeah. Ricky, if you want to start bidding, mate, that's fine. But just bear in mind, it's subject to a 10% commission. Okay, mate. So we're currently, Neil Baum. Hope that's how you pronounce that correctly, Neil. 275. So we're sat at 275 currently. Steve 1970, I'm out, no problem. Thank you for letting us know, buddy. Much appreciated. So we're sat at 275 at the moment. Cracking fish, I think. Yeah, a grace many pond, to be honest with you. Head paddle alone is super fish. So Clark's great koi, but I'm out for me, buddy. No problem. Thanks for letting us know, Mark. So I think, Neil, unless anyone else is going to jump in at the last moment, we'll look to call this call time on this one. So we're with Neil Baum. Again, Neil, hope I pronounced that correctly. We're going once at 275. Going twice. Luke, how are we doing, Luke? We're back in at 280. The battle commences. So we're at 280. We're looking for 285, Neil, if you're interested, to move this one forward. I'll play the video one last time, just in case there are any lags. Hopefully it will. Neil's back in at 290. Luke, any advancements on 290? I'm out. No problem, Luke. That is much appreciated as well, guys. So if you're sort of like thinking, yeah, not so sure, but if you're sort of definitive and you kind of go, yeah, no, that's not for me. That's a bit too out of my range. Then just let us know. Just as Luke has there, and just put a little I'm out. There's absolutely no problem with that. It's much appreciated. So yeah. Neil, looks like you're taking this one. Cracking fish, it really is. You've even got the blessing from the main man, Ricky, there. So, yeah, fantastic Ginrin Showa. £290 going once, £290 going twice, and sold to Neil for £290. Yeah, I would agree with you on that. Martin from Clark's Koi. So yeah, I think that's a great buy, really shrewd buy, and a cracking fish. But that's what these auctions are all about. You know, it's quality fish. Hopefully you guys appreciate at good prices as well. So yeah, very pleased for you there, Neil. Great little fish, really is. So let's have a look. Next one up. Here we go. Here's a bit of Marmite for you. Ayahuacaba, or as a lot of people like to refer to them as Ki Shisui. But yeah, Marasaka, the man for Ayahuacaba. Yeah, literally looking at a fish with this sort of shisui style, what they call sagoke, which is this sort of zipper line of scales that go right down the back, and then yeah, a nice symmetric pattern that will eventually have this sort of green undertone to it with the blue skin. So Simon Koi Life, definitely liking this one. Straight in with 150 pounds. This is one of our Nisai that we grew on, and is just conditioning in one of our ponds at the moment. So yeah, we're currently with Simon Koi Life at 150 pounds. Any advancements on 150 pounds? Let's get the video rolling. Super clean fish, to be fair. They're one of them varieties that I think they do divide opinion, but when people do like them, they really have a soft spot for them. If anything, you can't deny that they're a little bit different. That's for sure. Tad out of focus there. Apologies for that, guys, but I think you get the idea. Nice body structure as well, in all fairness, for a Deutz fish. I know it's an area that a lot of people that don't really like Deutz fish often comment on. You know, they don't like the body structure. But yeah, it's for me, yeah, ticks the boxes in terms of structure, nice pattern, yeah, nice elegance about it as well. So yeah, looks like you're on your own here, Simon, as things stand. Let's get that video playing one more time. I think that's a pretty cracking buy, that is. I mean, the last few sort of high quality Ayahuacaba we had went for an awful lot more than that. Phil Dyke, 160 pounds. Again, pretty much Marasaka is out on his own in terms of production of this variety. So there really aren't too many choices if you're into this variety to get your hands on them. So yeah, we're quite fortunate up at Koi Wholesale that, given the amount of Marasaka fish that we purchase in a year, you know, we've got access to them. So yeah, that's a good point, to be fair there, Martin, from Clark's Koi. Stunning when they get good size, and these are real growing machines. Weirdly enough, for a Deutz fish, they do absolutely fly. The genetics in them, yeah, they are always, yeah, proper growers, particularly for Deutz fish. They really do fly up in size. So we're currently with Phil Dyke, 160 pounds. I'll play the video one more time, guys. If you've got any advancements, please let me know. Again, super symmetry with that lateral style pattern, much akin to sort of what we'd be looking for Shisui style. Excellent example of the variety. Cheers, Alan. So if anyone should know, Alan should know. He knows a thing or two about talking about Koi. So yeah, I think 160 quid, that's an absolute steal. So yeah, 165 pounds there. I've just had one come in, Linden Joinery, Luke Rawlings there, 170 pounds. So we're looking for 175 to move this one forward. Again, 170 pounds for a variety that really you'd probably be looking at a couple of breeders at most in Japan that you can get hold of these from. So yeah, certainly a bit of a rare beast, particularly at Nisai and Sansai even more so. So yeah, 175 pounds. Sorry, 170 pounds with Luke Rawlings. We're looking for 175 to move things forward. No problem if not. If you just let us know if you're moving. So 170 pounds. Phil Dyke back in with 180. So yeah, we're going to be looking for 185 to advance this one. No problem, Luke. Thanks for letting us know, buddy. So we're currently sat £180. So I'm going to look to call this one, guys. So we are sat at £180 going once, £180 going twice. Oh, last minute one there, £185 from Lyndon Wilson. So 185. Any advancements on that? See, we've got a couple of people that have sort of put bids in for 185 on the screen there. We're currently 185 with Lyndon Wilson. Phil's back in, £200. So we're looking at £200. We're going to look to call this one after 3. So let's have a look. Simon Coy Life, I'm out. No problem. Thanks for letting me know. So we're going to look to call this one. We're with Phil Dyke at £200. Going once. Going twice. Sold to Phil Dyke for £200. Thank you very much, buddy. And as always, thank you for your support. Goes without saying, but again, just make sure you message us on the email below, chris@koi-wholesale.co.uk, with your name, phone number, and your preferred koi dealer, and the reference number on the picture. So yeah, if you need to look at the T's and C's, then you can find it in the comments section, I believe, or on the website. So yeah, be sure to check that out and be in touch with us. That's a steal. Yeah, I think so as well. Excellent buy, Phil. Yeah, well done. Yeah, fair play. Fair play. Great little fish. So yeah, it looks like some people getting some their money's worth tonight, guys. So yeah, I'm happy. You're happy. That's the kind of guy I am. So yeah. Next up, yeah, one for one to look out for. This is Aoki, literally the master of doitsu metallic fish. Betty Kiko's, Matanishki. He's absolute world class at it, in all honesty with you. There's really no denying the quality that this farm produces. This is very much a fish in the making. Reyes Mohammed, again, apologies if I pronounced that incorrectly. £200. Douglas Curl, £250. Straight away, the class of this fish really showing through. It's a super fish, and as long as you don't go too crazy with this fish, condition it nice, slowly, keep that Benny quality in check, the sumi will come. I can assure you of that. The skin is absolutely outrageous on this fish, and I really mean that. It's the type of fish that, yeah, when I pulled it up out of the pond, it was just like, holy shit, wow, that's unbelievable. I'm not even sure if it comes through on a picture. That's how good the skin quality is. Again, head pattern is just absolutely dreamy. Yeah, what's not to like about when people tell me that they don't like doitsu fish? It's a real head scratcher for me. So if you've got a bit of vision with this fish, and you can picture that sumi just popping up, or where I'm envisaging it coming up on this white skin, adding that contrast and that tone, yeah, it's just next level. This fish from a farm absolutely excels in this variety. So let's get the video rolling. Again, hopefully it'll be conveyed a little bit better in the video. Absolute dreamy little fish, it really is. Skin quality is, I just can't understate the skin shine and luster on this fish. It's just absolutely exceptional. It really is. Absolutely love it. Since even when it came in straight out the bag, some fish just don't lack. They're not really that impacted, such as the quality and luster of the skin when they've been shipped for sort of 30 hours. And this was one such fish. So since day one it came in, it's been a fish that I've had my eye on. So yeah, Fish that I really, really rate, guys, and one that you need a bit of vision with. But I think at 250 quid with Doug Curl, someone is going to end up with an absolute gem of a fish, to be honest with you. So yeah, we're currently sat with Douglas Curl at £250. Any advancements on £250? That is an absolute corker of a fish for that sort of money. Again, you've got to have a little bit of faith with this sumi style. I think if it were a bit more present, it would be the type of fish that probably wouldn't be in the UK, certainly not at this price. So Lenny Chatfield in at 260. At 260. Yeah. This is Ricky, the guy. Yeah, I won't say what I'm going to say. 260, Lenny Chatfield. Very descriptive. Thank you. Thank you, Richard. I'll try and use as much of my vocabulary as I can, unlike Ricky. So yeah, we're currently sat at 260. Any advancements on 260? I'm not sure if I could say too much about this fish without just sort of running the video. Yeah, I'll just be saying a similar sort of thing to what I've been saying. I really rate this fish. I really like it. I mean, at 260, it's an absolute snip. It really is. So yeah, if you're into Deutz fish and you like quality, then yeah, this is a fish for you. And again, you just need a little bit of faith. This is where sort of the experience with different farms comes into play. This sumi will start to form. It really will. You can see tones of it just in that second dan, and just sort of running parallel to the dorsal fin halfway down on the right. So this is where the sumi is going to start forming. You can't see it on the video, but it's actually forming on the face slightly, just below the gill plate. So yeah, at 260 at this rate, I think someone is going to end up with an absolute bargain. So yeah, we are currently sat at 260 with Lenny Chatfield. Just look down to the bottom of my screen here. Steve, are we there or thereabouts, lag wise? Yep, we're up to date. So I'm going to play the video one more time. Justin, the main man, in at 280. Fair play. I think that's worth that all day long. 260 quid. Again, I shouldn't really get too hung up on face pattern because I tell people not to look at them all the time, but they do add that extra level of dimension. I mean, it's an absolute dreamy sort of head pattern. But it's not just that alone, it's the rest of the fish as well. It's just mad. Absolutely mad fish. Lenny Chatfield doesn't want to let go of this one. 290. Yeah, I think even at 290. Yeah, I dare say there's be dealers buying this caliber of fish at trade price for around this sort of price. So yeah, £290. Any advancements on that, guys? We've had a few minutes on this one. 295 Douglas Curl. So I'm going to start looking to apply a bit of pressure on this one to wrap it up, please, guys. We've got a few more fish to go through. So we're looking for 300. Any advancements on 295? Justin back in at 300. Obviously, been coining it in with all the boilers he's been fixing recently with the cold weather. Any advancements on 300? Currently sat with Justin at 300. Yeah, epic little fish. I think even if it goes for a little bit more than that, it's still a bargain. So yeah. Lenny back in 305. Fair play. Nice little comment there from Clark's Koi. Got quite a lot of experience with the Aoki fish. Yeah, that's again from one of our dealers. Got quite a bit of experience with this farm. So Yeah, if you don't believe me, believe Martin. So 305. I'm going to look to wrap this one up, guys, because we've been on this one for a little while. We're currently sat with Lenny Chatfield at £305. I'm going to look to call this once. Any advancements on 305? Go in twice. Last chance. Sold to Lenny Chatfield for £305. Fair play. That's an absolute worldie, that is. Again, be sure to make sure you contact myself, Chris, at koiwholesale.co.uk with your name, phone number, and the preferred koi dealer of your choice to arrange shipping and payment. So, yeah, cracking little fish. As always, let's move on to the next one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a bit of me, that is. We've had quite a lot of bling tonight, actually, but yeah, I just can't deny a good Ginrin fish. I really can't. From breeder Coda, believe it or not, this is part of. There was quite a lot of sense in buying the Ginrin soragoi and Ginrin Achiba from this breeder, because the parent set was an award-winning 94 centimeter female, and it's just ridiculous. You've got the skin and Ginrin quality is just outrageous. Yeah, I see a few people are really feeling this one already. So Phil Dyke 175 there straight away. 200. Luke's back in. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much to be said about this fish. You know, you're not blessed with lots and lots of selection when it comes to super clean Ginrin soragoi. You know, they are, yeah, typically prone to getting the you know, the chagoi or chiba spots popping up on them, but this is a super clean example. Super body structure as well. My boy's koi, £250. I think someone's some people are really liking the look of this fish, just because you don't really have access to many Ginrin soragoi of this sort of standard. Not just in the UK, in general, they're just not. A lot of people think that varieties like chagoi, Ginrin chagoi, Luke Rawlins in with 260 quid are readily available, but they're really not. High quality examples are few and far between. And yeah, it's a really tidy fish, and a fish that I really enjoy looking at. I mean, just look at that. Super shine, super consistency along that back as well. Very high quality gin. Yeah, super fish. Without sounding like a salesman, actually, I've got a bit of a soft spot for Ginrin soragoi. Soragoi in general, actually, I must admit. Again, just don't see too many of them. So we're currently sat with Luke Rawlins at £260. Have we got any advancements? Soragoi 270. Any advancements on 270? There's quite a few people interested in this one. So if you are thinking of moving this one forward, please let us know. So any advancements on 270? Let's get that video rolling one more time. Just see as that fish moves, the light's catching on that Ginrin. Super quality. Nice body structure as well. I think moving forward, you've got a good solid head structure there to get a bit of size on the fish, and knowing that the genetics, you know, the parent fish is 94 cm, I think that's just going to carry itself well moving forward. So currently sat at 270 with Surrey Koi. Nice little comment there from Crafty. I've seen these in the flesh and they are quality. Yeah, there's no real denying those, to be honest with you. Super fish. 270. I think you'd be hard pushed to find a fish of this quality and this variety in the UK. Rob Wright back in 290, seeing some real quality. Simon from Koi Life says, absolutely gorgeous, mate. Yeah, totally agree. Totally echo that. I think it's, again, super fish, super attributes, and moving forward, I think it's got the ability to become, yeah, super fish, good investment all round. So we're currently sat at 290. Play the video one last time, guys. So if you are interested, please let me know. Otherwise, we're going to be looking to call this one. So again, if you're into Ginrin, which I am, yeah, it's got the attributes and the genetics that we want to see in this type of variety. Really clean fish. No signs of any sort of chagoi or chiba popping up. Yeah, super fish. So we're currently sat with Rob Wright. How we doing, Rob, from Cold Water Koi? So yeah, we'll be looking to wrap this one up. So we are going for £290. Luke Rawlins out. Thank you for letting us know, Luke. Much appreciated, buddy. So we're currently sat at 290 with Rob Wright. Going once, going twice. Sold to Rob Wright. Well done, Rob. Sorry about that. I've just had a few messages coming in on my phone, so I'm trying to just bear with me because I don't see all the comments that are coming in. So I've just had from one of my good mates, Paul Comerford. Hope you're listening, Paul. Let's have a look. Are the end prices plus 10% then VAT? So the prices you pay are, so for example, if you bid £100, that would be plus VAT. So £100 plus VAT plus 10% handling charge on top of that. So hopefully that will clarify that for you, buddy. So yeah, let's just move on to the next fish. Oh, this is one that a few people have been asking me about. This is just one of those fish that, yeah, I mean, wow. I don't even know what to say about this fish. It's the type of variety that, yeah, you could literally try and look for one of these for months and months on end and come unstuck. They really are not exclusive to this farm, Aoki, but Jesus, does he produce them in some quality and quantity. Yeah, you can never really deny this farm for their outrageousness. Just the color yellow, the key pigment, just super hard to get, so consistent and intense like that. So straight away, yeah, we've got a few people. Pete Howard, how we doing, Pete? Good to see you, buddy. One of my old customers from back in the day. We were £220. Seeing some value in that. Again, you expect this sort of doitsu sort of zipper strip along the back, the intensity of the sumi to pick up a little bit on there. So again, increasing the contrast. Let's get the video rolling. A little bit underexposed there. Again, just still working on the camera on this one. Simon Koi Life 225. I mean, to be honest with you, the first thing we're looking at is, you know, the outrageousness of the pattern and the color, but body structure is actually pretty good for a Deutz fish. It's not got one of these chunky bellies that sticks out. Nice little balance of that key color in both pectoral fins. yeah, just a super fish really, and I don't think anyone can deny the uniqueness of a fish like this. I've seen, similar sort of quality fish go for, a lot more than this sort of price. So yeah, it'd be interested to see where we end up with this one. So currently sat at 225. Any advancements on 225, guys? Camera skills are better than most, Chris. Well, thanks very much. I must admit, I find it easier to probably do the pictures than I do the videos, just because the light's changing constantly and to do them justice. So only got a few people in for this one. So we're currently sat at 225. If we've got any advances, please let me know now. We'll be looking to move this one forward. Ian Reed, 235. Thank you, buddy. I still think at that price, it's an absolute snip. So 235 of Ian Reed. Any advances on that? I mean, you're really not going to have too much selection when it comes to this variety. Simon, Koi Life, I'm out. No worries. Thanks for letting me know, buddy. Much appreciated. Clark's Koi, 240. Yeah, Martin knows a thing or two about this variety and the difficulty getting hold of them. Super fish, super variety. Just really a real standout variety when you with the background of all the red, whites, and blacks that we get in the koi world. Just to have something, a little bit different. Play the video one more time. Again, just bear with me. Video is a little bit underexposed there, but rest assured, it's a banging fish. Sure, it's a fish that if my dad had the ability to use a computer, he'd be on air bidding. So probably a good thing for everyone that he can't. Hi, Dad, if you're watching. So there we go. We're currently at 240 with Clark's Koi. Yeah, that's mega. That's mega. 240 quid. So I'm going to look to wrap this one up, guys. Clark's Koi, Martin from Clark's Koi. £240, going once, going twice, sold to Clark's Koi. Thank you, Marks. Much appreciated, buddy. Cracking fish to add to your ever-growing collection, mate. Well done. So we're moving to the back end of things now, guys. Oh, wow. Yeah. Doesn't surprise you that I've also got a soft spot for Ginrin Achiba as well. Yeah, I mean, what more can I say? Again, Coda, female parent, 94 centimeter champion koi, absolute monster. And it really does reflect the attributes that you see in the offspring from this breeder. Nisai, 42 cm, straight away, Jason Freeman in with £200. Yeah, clean examples like this are few and far between. Great tone to that brown color, that sort of char. Almost brassy sort of quality to the fish, and super reticulation. Ginrin again is there for all to see. So Jason straight in with £200. Any advances on £200? My boys Koi, 300 quid. Definitely seeing something in this fish. Again, a variety that you've not really got a huge selection on. They're very few and far between. I mean, I could think of Coda, Afuchi, also known as Fukuzawa, are the sort of go-to breeders. Oh, my dad's ringing me, so I'm guessing he is watching. Dad, I can't answer. I'm in the middle of something at the moment, but yeah, I'll call you afterwards. Yeah, super fish, super clean. Yeah, there's really not a lot to not like about this fish. Knowing the genetics of the fish as well, it's just one of those fish that's, body and size is going to be its friend. Just as those sort of pale blue grey windows start to open up as it gets a bit more body on it. Neil, Sunnybank Koi, he's got a thing for these fish. He really has. 350 quid, fair play. Seeing some value in this. Again, you really don't have that much access to fish like this. try walking into a breeder's facility and trying to pick individual fish like this without really paying through the nose, few and far between. Yeah, Luke, sorry, I'm rambling now, aren't I? Let's play the video, buddy. There we go. Again, a tad underexposed on that image, on that video, but again, I think the qualities are pretty well demonstrated there. Super fish. It's fish like these, to get them nice and clean. I mean, the selection process is pretty harsh with this variety because the successful ones are few and far between. Hence why the really good ones, yeah, go for quite a lot of money. They command a lot because there's not many super clean examples out there. Just simple as. So yeah, super fish sat at £350 at the moment. Let's just play that video one more time, and then I'll be looking to wrap this one up, guys. So if you are interested, or if you've got any advances on 350 quid, please let me know. I think we're there or thereabouts in terms of everyone up to date. Yeah, super fish. Been a real pleasure watching these grow as well, and learning from this, you know, learning from the different attributes as well, from the different styles that you get from this breeder. So we're currently sat at 350 quid with Neil. Any advances on 350 quid? If not, I'm going to start to look to wrap this one up. So we're at 350 quid, going once, going twice. Sold to Neil at Sunnybank. Well done, Neil. Banging fish. Really like that. Really like that fish. Next up. Yeah. I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but I also have a soft spot for doitsu showa. Yeah, you've probably seen examples from this farm quite a bit, Hiroi. It's a farm that we are mega fond of up at Koi Wholesale. The consistency of his doitsu fish is just ridiculous. They really are. The quality is just outrageous. So let's have a look. I think we've had a couple of bids come in already. Simon Court, Andy Johnston, 150. Simon Koi Life, 160. Surplus Koi there saying wow. And Alan, 170. Super fish. I mean, even for those that aren't really into koi, you can just see like the clarity and the quality of the pigment on this fish. Nice body structure as well. You can see the quality of the sumi on the fish. Nice balanced motoguru. Super white. Andy Johnston, 180 there. Super nice and bright Shiroji breakage there, just between the first and the second dam. Yeah, really nice fish. And a variety that, yeah, I have got a bit of soft spot for. I just think they're a variety that you can often get quite a lot of value for your money. Often they're sold way before they hit their peak. And that's where, as savvy hobbyists, you need to just pick them up and have that vision moving forward. And this is one such fish. So there we go. Hopefully it comes across in the video, but the skin quality on this fish is excellent as well. The Benny quality, that's one thing that can often let down doitsu gosanke in general, is just having that intensity and consistency of Benny. And yeah, my God, does this fish have it in abundance. So yeah, in terms of pigment structure, it is just tops all over. Sumi development, again, you can pretty much put your house on it, guys. That you've got no issues with regards to developing that sumi style. And if you're into that sort of heavier style, what I would sort of class as old school sort of showa pattern, then yeah, this is for you. One thing of note, I mean, it often goes over my head a little bit, but with the development of pond windows, again, this is just one of that extra added dimension that adds to the interest and different justifications why people look at fish. I mean, it's hard to see, but the lateral pattern on this fish is pretty wild. So again, if you're one of these guys or girls that have got a pond with a window, yeah, you've got that added dimension to this fish as well. So super fish, 180 quid. Again, try rocking up at Hiroi Koi Farm and buying a fish like this landed in the UK for that price. That really is a bit exceptional, that is, if it goes for 180 quid. So, but that's what we're here for. That's the name of the game. Yeah, 180 quid currently. I'm gonna look to start wrapping this one up, guys, unless anyone else is interested. So currently sat at £180 with Andy Johnston. Super fish. I think even if you get this for sort of under 300 quid, you've done pretty damn well there. So at 180, yeah, it's ridiculous value. So yeah, I'm going to start looking to wrap this one up, guys. £180 with Andy Johnston. Any advancements on £180? Going once. £180 going twice. Sold to Andy Johnston. Super buy there, mate. Really is. I'll keep mentioning it, guys, after every successful bid. Just be sure that you email me at chris@koi-wholesale.co.uk with your name, phone number, and your preferred dealer of choice to put the transaction and shipping through. Yeah, that's an absolute worldie. That is fair play. Well done, Andy. Really pleased for you. Let's have a look. Next one up. Yeah. Asagi, Oya Asagi, an absolute mainstay at Koi Wholesale. It's a farm that we've been supporting for, yeah, a long time. The quality of the Asagi from this farm is just on another level. Again, patience with this variety is very important. Often when people are looking to pick them, Simon, Koi Life, straight in there, 160 quid, seeing value in this fish. Often when people are looking to pick them as Tosai, they're looking for the dark finished ones with loads of benny up. With the Oya lineage, again, body is a big characteristic with them, but the benny style is a slow burner. Clark's, again, Martin will know all about this. This style of benny that pops up on these fish is, yeah, intense, and it comes sort of Nisai to Sansai. So what we're really looking for when they're younger, when we're selecting the fish, is body structure, reticulation, and skin quality. So that's our prime goal when we're looking at selecting this variety. We look for characteristics of benny popping up. You'll often see it around the pectoral fins, around the face, but this characteristic sort of lateral line, yeah, it takes a little bit longer to come through with this farm. There we go. So again, you just see that lightness in the skin, see the benny forming in the pectoral fins, around the cheeks of the fish, in the tail of the fish. From memory, I think I zoom in, I'll try to get a little bit. The benny he's there on the belly line, just starting to pop up. But again, it's the characteristics that we're looking for that are absolutely prime with this variety. Yeah, and at 200 quid, that represents bloody good value in my opinion. So yeah, play that video again, because I think the video is pretty reflective of the quality. Again, type of variety that can achieve very good sizes with not a crazy investment. So I think in terms of if you're in the camp for wanting to grow fish quite big without outlaying crazy amount of money, but also getting a nice fish at the end of it, then asagi, particularly the Oya asagi, are one to look out for. Anthony Swindles, 210. Thank you, Anthony. I think at 200 quid, that is still a bit of value there to be had. So yeah, super fish. Again, these absolutely fly growth wise. They absolutely do. We've not really been heavily pushing these fish for the last couple of months due to sort of moving the fish around and conditioning the fish over winter. But these absolutely raced up to 40 odd cm in absolutely no time. I dare say if you push these back end of this year, I think achieving in a good pond with decent growth sort of ability, yeah, you're sort of looking at a 60, 65 cm fish in a really intense season. Even if you're just ticking them over, it's probably going to hit mid 50s with relative ease if we have a good summer. So we're currently sat at £210 with Anthony Swindles. Super fish, super clean. Yeah, what's not to like if you're into asagi, of course. From our preferred asagi lineage, which is Oya Koi Farm. Super fish. So I think we'll look to wrap this one up, guys. So we're sat at currently £210 with Anthony Swindles. Any advance on 210? Lenny Chatfield. Hey, Lenny. Thanks for that. 215. Phil Norton. How we doing, Phil? £220. Just a point of note there. Our main man at the moment, Alan Tate. With Oya, Otsuka, Asagi, body, skin, reticulation first. Benny will come as they develop, and Koi will keep a lighter color to the skin. Yeah, absolutely echo that, and that is probably underpins why we look at Otsuka and Oya Asagi with such fondness, because they do represent great investments. And I think 220 quid for a fish of this quality is super value. So Lenny, 225. Thank you, buddy. Any advances on 225? Play that video one last time, guys. There we go. Again, reticulation and that lightness of skin that Alan's referring to. For us, the confidence of seeing that Benny line, that lateral line developing, it's just a matter of time. So yeah, for us, the confidence in these varieties, having seen them for many years. Anthony Swindles in with 230 there. Yeah, it's perhaps something that might put some people off, but obviously this is where that knowledge, that understanding can allow you to achieve good results without breaking the bank. I mean, I think, again, I keep saying it tonight, you try walking into Oya Koi Farm trying to buy a Nisai Asagi, ship it to the UK for less than 230 quid, you are going to be very surprised with the results. So currently sat at £230 with Anthony Swindles. I think we're going to look to wrap this one up, guys. £230 with Anthony. So any advancements, please let me know. So £230, we're going to go once. We're going to go twice. Oh, Phil back in with £235. Anthony, if you're still in, let us know, buddy. Currently sat with Phil Norton at £235. Thanks very much, Phil. You've been a great supporter of us since we started doing these. So we're currently sat. Lenny Chatfield, I'm out. No problem. Thank you for letting us know, Lenny. Much appreciated, buddy. Anthony's back in, £240. I think people are seeing real value in these fish. I think given the fact that they can develop into absolute monsters, in reflection for sort of spending a few hundred quid on a fish like this is going to pay dividends in a year or two's time. The type of fish that, to be honest with you, we could easily keep at the farm and keep growing, and it's just going to increase in value. So yeah, Phil Norton, £245. Any advance on that, Anthony? You just let us know, buddy. Hopefully there's not too much of a lag. And just to let everyone know as well, I'm currently in a travel lodge. This is not my bedroom, so yeah, hence why the lighting is a little bit moody. I guess that's the best thing to say. Anthony, back in with 250 quid. Any advances, Phil? For the last time, play the video. Phil wants this one, 255. New bid here, Fly Juna SC4, 260 quid. Anthony back in with 265. I think if we start moving this one up in increments of £10, guys. So we're looking for 275 to move this one forward. Any advance on 265? Phil back in 275. Fair play, buddy. So Anthony, if you want to move this one forward, or Fly Juna SC4, we're looking at 285, 285. If you want to carry on this this epic battle, 285. You might notice there's a bit of a spring in my step. Yes, Arsenal have been doing pretty well recently. So, yeah, I know a lot of people have... oh, Anthony, we're back in, 285. 285 with Anthony. So we're looking for 295, Phil, or Fly Juna, if you're interested. So yeah, as I was saying, Arsenal have been doing pretty well recently. So yeah, I'm a happy gooner right now. Phil Norton, 295. Fair play, Phil. You really want this one. Anthony, any advances? We're looking for 305 if you want to move this one forward, buddy. Yeah, again, you got Clark's there, 305. This is a bit of a duel, this one, guys. Fair play. I can see why. You know, it's the type of fish that, again, I wouldn't really have any hesitation to hang on to it at the farm. Such are the qualities. It's the type of fish that sit on it, increase the size, increase that body, and yeah, you're looking at easily, even at trade, a significantly more expensive fish than what you're paying for now. Again, Martin, a lot of experience with this fish, and yeah, I probably agree with him. If you see this fish with a bigger body, bigger attributes, in that Benny development. No worries. I think the Arsenal chat has finally finished Phil off there. So, yeah, apologies, buddy. I'm sure CFC means Chelsea. So, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about Chelsea and sorry about the asagi, buddy. So, thank you, Phil. That was much appreciated, mate. So, looks like Anthony's won this one. Fair play, mate. And so, just to formalise it, £305 going once, going twice, sold to Anthony for £305. Thank you for that, guys. That was a nice little battle. Anthony, just be sure to email me at chris@koi-wholesale.co.uk with your name, phone number, and your preferred koi dealer to sort the transaction and ship it out. So we're moving right to the back end now, guys. A fish that could go either way. boom, absolutely crazy fish. Beni Ginga, Beni Kajaku, call it what you will. This style of fish just has got that wow factor. They really have. Again, from Aoki, this is a bit of a speciality that the farm do. Yeah, the contrast in pigment is just outrageous. It really is. It's one of those sort of varieties that you're not really going to get a huge amount of selection from. So yeah, wow, that's probably the best word to describe it. This sort of Benny style is really, in terms of, sorry, bear with me, I've just had a bit of a stall there. This type of Benny style is really, really akin to this farm. It really is. The clarity of it is just exceptional. Yeah, just a real spectacular style. And yeah, this farm, the Benny Ginga style is just outrageous. So yeah, super fish. Not one that you're going to get loads and loads of choices. Luke Rawlings there, just saying any more after. So we're literally on the penultimate fish here, Luke. So yeah, we've got one more to go after this, and then yeah, that will be that. So let's move on to the video. If anyone wants to get us started on this one. Again, contrast wise, yeah, just a little bit outrageous. Detail as well, reticulation around that pigment. Super fish, super clean fish, lots of detail, and I really, really like the skin luster on this fish as well. So if anyone's interested in advancing on this one, we're looking for 200 quid to get this one underway. There we go, surplus koi, £200. Any advances on 200? If you get a chance to get one, I honestly can say you won't be disappointed, buddy. Yeah, I mean, I think a few of our dealers have had experiences with these in the past few years, and yeah, they don't fail to impress. Phil Dyke, 220. Certainly a unique style of fish. I think one thing that in terms of contrast and pigment, the sumi sort of style that you're going to get with this fish is very deep, and that just intensifies and increases that contrast with the luminous sort of orange red pigment that you've got. Yeah, super example. One that I have got a bit of a soft spot for, to be honest with you. So currently sat at £220 with Phil Dyke. Any advances on £220? Oh, apologies. Again, I think there's probably a few, quite a few dealers around the UK that will probably be paying a not too dissimilar price, if not more than this, for fish from this breeder of this standard. Again, not really a variety that you've got a huge amount of choice with. I think that's one of the reasons why people perhaps aren't overly familiar with the sort of Ginga sort of qualities. I remember, I think it was last year or the year before, they were one of the varieties of choice at one of the shows for a special prize. It's just yeah, really interesting variety for me. Bit of an underrated one as well. So we're currently sat £220. Play the video one more time. Yeah, soft spot for this fish. So looks like Phil's out on his own. Yeah, it's true though. I mean, that's why I love koi. There's so many different areas to appreciate, so many different fish, so many different varieties, and I think you've just got to be open-minded with fish, and you'll get a lot more out of the hobby. So yeah, I do have a lot of soft spots. So yeah, getting back to things, was currently sat at £220 with Phil Dyke. I think we'll look to wrap this one up, guys, unless there's any advances. Surplus koi back in with £230. So any advances on £230? You may disagree, Chris, and probably shouldn't say, but retail about £400 to £500. Yeah, I probably wouldn't disagree with that, to be honest with you, Martin. So I think at £230, that represents yeah, phenomenal value for a fish of this caliber. So yeah, surplus koi currently at £230. I'm going to look to call this one, guys. So currently at £230, unless there's any advances. Paul Bishop coming in at £240. £240. Any advances on 240? Just play the video one more time. So I've been getting a few text messages whilst this is going on. Just keep in mind that whilst this is all going live, I don't physically see everything that pops up on the screen. So just bear with me if I'm not answering certain questions. So we're currently sat with Paul Bishop at £240. Any advancements on 240? I think I'm going to look to call this one, guys. So £240 with Paul Bishop. Going once. Surplus koi, I'm out, Chris. Thank you for letting us know, buddy. Thank you. Going twice, £240. Sold to Paul Bishop for £240. Thank you very much, my friend. If you could just make sure that you email Chris at koi-wholesale.co.uk with your name, phone number, and your preferred koi dealer. So, last one of the night tonight, guys. One of Ricky's special projects. Yeah, absolute conundrum, these fish. They are very elusive, very difficult to get hold of. The Denichi Black Diamond. Yeah, a real quandary for a lot of people when they're looking at this variety. But rest assured, when you see larger examples, it soon becomes apparent why they command such a high price. Probably not surprising that, be it the Denichi style fish, structure of the body is absolutely paramount. Sumi style is something that I just would not worry about. To a degree, I wouldn't even try to predict. It's under the skin, it's coming laterally, as you can see. But yeah, it's a fish that is going to, is it Ginrin I've just seen there? Yes, Ginrin, very high quality Ginrin. Again, hence the diamond bit. It's got such skin quality that it sort of almost looks, yeah, as if it's got a layer of foil laying over the top of it. So let's get the video running. So this was an auction fish that was purchased towards the back end of last summer. Again, you can see on the video that standard Asumi that's going to come through. For those of you that have been watching Ricky's developmental videos, you can see the Asumi style and body structure on this sort of lineage, the Black Diamond. Yeah, ridiculous. They really are. They're a bit of a an unknown entity in terms of people aren't familiar with them. But trust me, when this farm turn their hand to anything, you're in for a treat. So straight away, we've got a bid there. Paul Thompson, £300. This listing also comes with the original Denichi certificate of authenticity. As I say, this was purchased as an auction fish last year, and yeah, it's developing nicely. So yeah, £300, Paul Thompson at the moment. We're probably looking for bid increments of a tenner on this. I haven't sexed this, Luke. I would suspect male, unless Ricky tells me otherwise. But unsexed, it's still quite a young fish, so I wouldn't. It's sold as unsexed, buddy. Okay. So £300 currently with Paul Thompson. Again, you can see on the face there as well, just that sumi sat underneath the skin, on the nose, in the middle of the head. It's a shame I don't have them to hand, but if I could show you images of the sansai examples that we've got at the farm, they'd really blow your mind. It really do transform these varieties. I think for some people that's what puts them off, and for a lot of people that's what attracts them to them, because you can end up with a fish that is absolutely outrageous for not a crazy amount of outlay. So yeah, it's one of those varieties that is yeah, each to their own. Beauty is in the eye of the holder. I really like them in a sense that I enjoy fish that can transform and go from that sort of ugly duckling into something a little bit special. And these are the types of varieties that do it. Rob Wright in with 320 quid. Again, these come with this comes with an original Denichi certificate of authenticity. So yeah, 320 quid, 330. So you probably see here that some of the koi dealers are seeing real value in fish like these, because they're extremely exposed to the sort of prices that these types of fish go for and the types of prices that they generate. Rob Wright back in at 340 quid there. So body structure is one thing. Again, the diamonds part sort of echoing the fact that the Ginrin is just absolutely outstanding. Kevin Sayers in 350 quid there. Again, if I had the ability to show you the Sansai examples, then really blow your socks off. They're absolutely ridiculous in the way that they transform. Classic Denichi style, strong, sort of powerful front end of the fish. Really carries the power over the shoulders. Hopefully, as the fish develops, it has that sort of real aggressive appearance. Luke Rawlins, 370 quid. Fair play, mate. Fair play. Yeah, I've sort of run out of superlatives for this one, really. It's, again, not going to be a variety for everyone, but if you are into fish like this and you value this a variety that you can justify having a punt on, then I think you're going to be really, really delighted with the results moving forward. Super clean fish. Gim ring quality is just exceptional. Again, probably had a message on my phone just a second ago saying about the transition from the head to the body. This is conditioning. You'll often find that when a fish is developing sumi, the head will go this sort of milky color. This is just a conditioning thing. When fish are developing sumi, often it takes away from the pigment in the head and you get this sort of fleshy color. Also, when they're heavy on food, this is again indicative of this sort of fleshy color. I totally, fully expect this to tidy up with time. Rob Wright, 400 quid. Again, Rob and the guys at Sunnybank. Yeah. Lots of experience with this variety. Play the video again for those of you that have missed it. Again, had another comment then. What's the overwintering cost? Again, overwintering is included in this price. overwintering. He's not growing, just to clarify that. He's purely staying at our facility until the weather warms up, so these fish will be conditioned over winter. So hope that clarifies that. Sunnybank 410. A bit of a battle for this one. Again, at this sort of price, if you justify, I know it sounds crazy, a punt at these sort of prices, then this is the type of fish that I think you will be absolutely gobsmacked with moving forward. Again, let's just play that video one more time. Rob back in, £420. I think at the end of this video, we'll look to wrap this one up, guys. Yeah, you hear that quite a lot, Martin. So that Sunnybank back in with 430. Any advances on 430? I think that comment there by Martin is just in reference to what people in the industry know what these koi fetch for in Japan, and the seriousness that these types of fish are taken outside of the UK. Rob back in 440. Play that video one more time. Isn't this just Matsukawa Baki? Essentially, Richard, yeah. But this is Denichi version of Ginrin Matsukawa Baki. And often when this farm take on any variety or any new variety, they take it to another level. Hence the level of interest and price that they're starting to command. Sunnybank back in 450. So I think we'll probably look to tie this one up, guys. If there's any advances on 450, please let me know now. And I'll be looking to call this one in about 5 seconds. Any advances on £450? So £450, guys. I'm going to call it now. Sunnybank, Neil at Sunnybank, £450. Rob back in 460. These guys really seeing value in this variety. So yeah, 460. Any advances on 460? Real project fish for someone. Be looking to call time on this one now, guys. So for Sunnybank back with 470. Yeah, fair enough, Luke. Fair play, buddy. We don't need that. We don't need that. There's always another day. There's always another day. So currently sat at 470. Sunnybank koi. Going once. Going twice. Any advancements on 470? And sold to Sunnybank. Well done, guys. Thanks for that. That was yeah, a bit of an epic duel, that was. So yeah, there we have it, guys. Thank you for taking the time out of your evening to spend with me. It's always much appreciated. Thank you for supporting the event, as always. If you were lucky enough to purchase one of the fish tonight, if you could just make sure that you contact me on the details on the bottom of the screen. Chris at Koi Talk Sorry, that's my other company. There we go. Chris at koi-wholesale.co.uk with your name, phone number, and your preferred koi dealer and the koi reference number. Thank you very much for your support tonight. If you really can't get your koi fix, then you got Ricky tomorrow night on koi questions, or you can catch it on YouTube. We do record all the videos, so if you can't catch it live, listen to it in the car or catch us at the weekend. So thanks very much, guys. I really appreciate everyone's support. I mean that as long as you guys keep supporting us and enjoying things, we'll continue to do it and offer some fish at some fantastic prices. I think, to be honest with you, tonight is probably the best one yet. I can hear Ricky's wailing from here, because some of those fish went way below what I anticipated, but that is the nature of the game, and that is the risk we run, and that's why we want people to keep checking in, because there are bargains out there, definitely. Beard looks on point. Cheers, Crafty. Right, guys, I'm going to leave you in peace. I'm going to go and sort of look at the TV screen for a bit and nod off. So thanks very much. Catch you later. Bye.